I know it's somewhat of a joke with Pistons fans, but there's a little truth to it. And some Pistons fans want to see Killian Hayes. Basically, they want to see the Pistons be his team. Like, what would you say to those fans? Like, would you just just settle down a little bit? We need a few more games under Killian Hayes' belt before we say all that. What would you say to him?
I'm very happy for Killian Hayes. I'll get to your question in a minute, but I was right. I was 100% right. You put the ball in his hands, and what happens?
Yeah.
He was shooting 15% from three when he was playing off ball. Shooting 40% from three with the ball in his hands as a primary ball handler. Now, to Pistons fans saying that this should be Killian's team, the ball should be in his hands, Cade should play off ball, we got to pump the brakes. We're very happy for Killian Hayes. I think that game against the Mavericks was the best game of his career.
Yeah.
But you still have Cade Cunningham and Jaden Ivey as your backcourt. I think there's room for all three on this team, but I think at the end of the day, I feel more comfortable with the ball in Cade Cunningham's hands over Killian Hayes right now.
Yeah, I would say, too, I think this team it's going to go a lot further with Cade and Ivy starting in the backcourt than it is with Killian Hayes. Again, I'm very happy with Killian Hayes. I'm glad these last 11 or 12 games, whatever it says, he's made me look like an idiot. It sucks that it took so long, because I had to stop believing in him. But I'm glad he's turned it around. It's just that when fans say that, it just irritates me, man. Because this is what I was so afraid of with Killian Hayes. Like, the expectations were so low. He plays well, and now the expectations are through the roof. So then what happens when he has a bad stretch of games? Because that's going to come again for Killian Hayes. I just hope Detroit doesn't rip him apart for it.
Yeah, I think fans are just, like, when they saw that out of him, like him scoring 22 points, hitting back-to-back huge three-point shots, beating Luka Doncic in the Mavericks, I think they're just happy. And, we're happy for Pistons fans. We're happy for Killian. I am the biggest Killian defender, and I have been even before, we did this podcast. I wanted the Pistons to draft Killian Hayes over Tyrese Halliburton because I didn't think Tyrese Halliburton – I was dead wrong about Halliburton, I'll admit that. But I thought Killian Hayes' potential could be a two-way guard. And I'm really happy that the offense is finally clicking now. His jumper, it's staying consistent. His feet aren't, swaying to the left or the right. It's just a straight up and down motion now. And he just looks confident. He looks happy. He just looks like the 7th overall pick. And I'm so happy for him.
Yeah, same. And this is what I was telling people because, I liked Killian Hayes, and I always thought he was a good defensive player. I always thought he could, make the right reads when it was past, when he was trying to set the offense and set people up. I thought sometimes he tried to be a little too flashy. My biggest gripe was, dude, if he's not hitting shots, his defense and his playmaking weren't good enough to, counteract how bad he was on offense. He needed to have some semblance of a mid-range game or being able to attack the hoop and score a little bit because it was going to open up things for him. And he's finally figured it all. Well, I shouldn't say finally figured it all out, but he's starting to figure it all out, and he's starting to hit shots with confidence and consistency. And we've seen the way it's opened up his game. His offensive game has been just so much better just because he's been able to hit a few shots. It's been incredible to watch him. It really has been. I can't say enough about the kid.
Not only that, he's finally getting to spots where he's comfortable. The mid-range game, he said that he always had a mid-range game. It's just the shots weren't falling. And I think it was a confidence issue too, and the way that they were using him as more of a off-ball guard. But with him playing on the ball and, running the offense since Cade has been out and Jaden Ivey was out with that knee soreness, you've kind of seen him have more offensive, responsibilities, and he's getting to his spots. He's hitting three-point shots, which is crucial for him. I mean, if I remember last year correctly, he was leading the team in three-point percentage before he had a thumb injury. I think that you're starting to see the potential being untapped and unlocked, and he hasn't even scratched the surface yet. And that's as a Pistons fan, for me to tell other Pistons fans, just wait, because there's so much there where it hasn't even been untapped by coaching or, player development coaches where they can work with him this summer. It's scary, man, because you still have him on a rookie deal. Obviously, you're going to have to pay him a little bit more than, $5 million. But, I mean, if I'm a Pistons fan, man, I'm so happy for the kid.